Today we're going to go over the installation of the Falcon and IF3, different places to install, courtesy of Earl's Flying Service and Mike Lee. We are doing this on his 802, and on his 802 we are mounting the IF3 and the Falcon on top of the luggage area, pointing to the tail of the airplane. With this being said, your Wi-Fi antenna has plenty of room, does not have any obstructions. Your ADS-B and Wi-Fi cable running through the top by themselves. If you'll notice, your Wi-Fi and your ADS-B and GPS antenna is not run with any other cables. They come out of the top of the unit and go to the top. The best practice is not run those with any other cable a part of the assembly. We're going to talk about running the ADS-B and the GPS wires. In this system, you're able to come up the top. Do not run your wires with any other wires. Loop around, and in this system, in the top of the canopy is where he has mounted his ADS-B. Whenever you have an opportunity, when cables go into the top of a unit, put a drip loop in there to keep moisture from running down your cable ends, getting inside of your system. The GPS antenna cable is run up to the very top of the airplane and has been run across the top to burn all the extra length of cable. The cable runs over the top of the air conditioner inlet, and his GPS is mounted in the center portion of the top of the turtle deck. If you'll notice on these units, both units have a body ground to them, a frame ground. With both of them, they run to the back of the airframe and connect to a good ground location. Make sure you don't ever apply power back up a ground or back in an input wire. You will burn up a board, and it is a costly replacement. If you would, please not run any Satloc wires near this area or anywhere near the computer system. The only wires that should come down here are the ones that go to the stick for any triggering. If you will notice, all wires are run to the top, or in this application, they are not, but you can run wires through this bottom and up the rail. We're going to talk about the location of the display cable. Coming out of the unit, we go down the left-hand side of the airplane using the excess portion of the cable to go to the back. As we come down the left-hand side of the airplane, we're keeping it away from all other power sources and all other cables. Looking down the left-hand side and coming into the side port, going into the cockpit. The display cable coming from the left side of the airplane comes up, wraps around, and goes into the bottom of the screen. In mounting of the Lightbar cable, coming out of extension port 1, he comes across, comes up the angle bracket, goes on the bottom side of the tube, Lightbar cable comes running down the side, and from here he 90s up and comes to the bottom of the light bar. We're going to talk about the GPIO cable, and right now on any cable that you do not use, finding a place to being able to burn the rest of the cable off without coiling it, what he has done is run it up, gone to the top of the tubing area, and he has gone across the top of the air conditioner intake, and he's come to the back of the airplane, still across the top, and he looped around the side, and he has burned the excess cables right back here in the corner. On the GPIO cable, he has run his cables for his pressure sensor through the top. He has run across the angled bracket going to the other side, running it across the top tube above the air conditioner. If you'll notice, the COM port cable in the pressure switch runs across the top tube and comes to a mount on the right side of the airplane into two pressure switches. In this install, he uses an isolator with an oil-filled T with two pressure switches, one for the Falcon and one for the IF3. On your pressure switch application, he is getting pressure from a tube coming out of the bottom of his isolator. From the bottom of the isolator, the tube runs down and it connects to another T at the bottom of the Reby transducer. The flow meter and valve motor cable runs out of the side, runs across the top, comes down into this opening. We run down the side, and the valve motor goes through the bottom of the airplane with the connector in the airplane to be protected. The flow meter cable runs through the bottom of the airplane through a grommet and is run right up here next to the valve motor cable. The valve motor cable runs out of the bottom of the aircraft directly to the valve motor. The bypass switch is mounted on the wall next to the left side of the seat where you can reach back here with your hand and turn it off. On the GPIO cable, he runs 50% boom and right boom shutoff. He has taken his cables, come across the top, and he has run them across the top portion. And he has found an entry point over here where we did the display cable going inside the airplane. You will notice the left, right hand, and center boom switches are on the left side of the panel. His right boom shutoff is installed inside the airplane with a push-pull cable that goes down to the right boom shutoff. This is Satloc's preferred method of doing an install in an 802. You can use these methods in a 602, 502, 402, also in a 660 or a 510. If you notice during this install, no cables were coiled or rolled up. No cables were run back and forth over the top of each other. This helps with good communication into the system and working fluidly. Thank you for looking at our install videos, and have a good day.